As I was compiling the information for this topic, the song by R&B group TLC kept replaying in my mind. What about your friends? Will they stand their ground or will they let you down? At the age of 42, I realized that many of the people who I considered to be day ones no longer carry that title. So today, we'll be covering the topic of loneliness and why so many people find themselves feeling lonelier than ever before.
You know you a loner when you ain't got the friend group, the family support, not even kids. But what's worse? The last one, the fourth one, a pet, bro.
Some people become loners because they've been betrayed by everyone that they've ever trusted. And once trust is broken way too many times, it teaches people that solitude is just safer than connection. So, being alone feels less painful than being betrayed again.
I'm proud of you. You went through every type of pain alone. You went through family issues, trust issues, heartbreak, depression, anxiety, and more. You went through all that pain and you kept a smile on your face. You made it to your breaking point, but you didn't let that break you because you kept pushing, you kept trucking through life. And I'm proud of you for that.
I don't know what it is, but it's like once people find out that you're not really close to anybody, you barely got any friends, if you even have any, you're not close to your family, they will take advantage of you like crazy, or they will look at you like you've never experienced any type of love. And even so, even if I didn't, what does that have to do with me? What does my family's history have to do with my capabilities of being loved and loving someone? Be for real. Why is that put on me? Exactly.
There is a special protection for those who don't have a strong support system. You know, God is a father to the fatherless. You hear what I'm saying? Like, they have a special protection over them. So while you're thinking that just because they're alone and they don't have a strong support system, God is behind the scenes.
Today, we're just focusing on how over the last few years, there has been a noticeable decline in quality of friendships and people's energy and effort put into maintaining friends. Because whilst I have many friends across the country and many creator friends I've made that I talk to every single day, I officially don't have any friends in the state of Minnesota that pass any of my friendship tests anymore.
A scary stat. Loneliness kills 100 people every hour. That number is real and it's preventable. The World Health Organization has always listed social health as essential, but we often overlook it. It sits right next to physical and mental health, and it always has. But for some reason, we forget about it. Now, social connection isn't about how many people you know or how many people you can call. Social connection is really about how supported, safe, and seen you feel by the people around you, and if they would call you, and if you would call them.
Everybody is so lonely that they are becoming obsessed with other people. This is extremely common, and I'm going to tell you why. Nowadays, the only social interaction that people are getting is online. But social media interactions are not enough to keep a person emotionally stable. Regular social contact that is in person and meaningful is what regulates the dopamine production in our brains. People who are very lonely and don't get a lot of meaningful social contact have a deficit in dopamine. So what happens is when they actually meet somebody that makes them feel truly seen or truly heard or understood, their brain will surge with dopamine. So when we become obsessed with certain individuals, what we are actually addicted to is that spike in dopamine. We are addicted to the malfunctioning of our brains. And what people don't know is that the human brain sees meaningful social interaction as necessary for...
I live with my brother and sister and I feel so disconnected from them. I live 25 minutes from my family, my parents, and I've always felt othered in my family. I'm lonely. I'm really lonely. And I don't know why I'm feeling this. Maybe this is my way of putting it to the universe that I don't want to be lonely anymore. But I don't. I want to be close to people, to someone. And I'm so scared too. I'm scared to make new friends. Because what if they don't like me? What if I'll do damage? What if I've been through too much? What if I try to date someone and I've got too much baggage? What I carry, my burden, it's too heavy. What if that's too daunting for people? What if my darkness is seen as too heavy and too much, and people don't want to be around me? But I have a lot of love to give. I really don't want to be alone anymore.
Loneliness isn't always about being alone. Sometimes it's about being unseen.
The trauma is real, and those kids that always isolate themselves and they're at the party sitting just staring, or at any event just sitting and staring, those are the kids that were around dysfunction. So now what you're doing as an adult, you always are looking for dysfunction because you were in dysfunction, so you're separating yourself and you're looking for more dysfunction around you. It's like it never stops.
Because as a child, I was always celebrated and praised and welcomed into the family with open arms. And now, as a full-grown adult, I don't have that anymore. And it's hard, man. I'm just making this video for anyone who feels like they are at a point where they're doubting themselves so much because everyone around them thinks that they're crazy and wrong, and they're almost at the edge of accomplishing something that they've really wanted to accomplish, but they're holding themselves back because there's still that fear, that thought of, oh, my family doesn't accept this, my family rejected me, my family shunned me because I chose to go down this certain path. It's okay. I know it's lonely. I feel your pain. Don't let these people convince you that you're wrong. Don't give up. Eventually you will come across the right people, and those people will show you how good it can get. And I believe this because I have come across those people, and unfortunately we've had to go our separate paths just based off location and jobs and other life demands and whatnot. But at the end of the day, those relationships, those friendships make me realize that when you're a free thinker, a lot of people are going to be against you. A lot of people are going to call you crazy. A lot of people are going to point fingers at you. A lot of people are going to have incredibly wrong opinions about you. And you can't go out of your way trying to prove them wrong because you're playing into that game that you got out of because you're a free thinker.
If you're not pouring your energy into your friendships and your connections and your relationships with other people, you should be pouring that energy into yourself. 2024 and 2025 have easily been the loneliest years of my life. I'm really going through a transition with my friendships. I don't really know where I stand with a lot of my friendships. I think I just started to feel like I care so much about my friends. I love my friends. I'll do anything for them. I'm a reformed people pleaser, as they call it. I really just want to connect with my friends and like hang out with them and just be close to them. And I'm starting to realize that not all of my friendships, but definitely a good majority of them, I don't feel that energy returned. And I understand that everybody's life is crazy. Everybody has different things going on, you know, weddings, babies, starting new jobs, moving into a new house, whatever the case is, right? Frustrating part in my situation is that the same friends who are telling me, oh, you know, like life is busy right now, life is crazy, you know, like I just don't really have the time to hang out, they're still hanging out with their other friends and other people.
I feel like once you've been through the most traumatizing moments of your life alone, it really makes you look at people differently. Because it's like you weren't there for someone throughout their most trying, difficult time in their life. What makes you think that they're gonna care if you're there or not? Especially if you're supposed to be someone that they're close with, but you weren't there when they needed you. It's like, why would they need you now?
Go back and look at the comments. Video and know that you are not alone in feeling this way. The first thing that you're going to want to do is pinpoint why you're feeling this loneliness. Feelings of loneliness are very nuanced. They don't all come from the same place. Are you already dealing with depression and anxiety? Because those go hand in hand with loneliness. Are you struggling with low self-esteem, with issues loving yourself, accepting yourself for who you are? Maybe you grew up in a household where you were different from everybody around you and you never felt fully understood. Perhaps somewhere along the line, someone convinced you that you weren't worthy of love. And so now when anyone does come into your life trying to give it to you, you reject it, leaving you with feelings of loneliness. And once you pinpoint why, write it down. If you're not a fan of writing things down, it's time to become a fan of it. The next thing you're going to want to do is come up with affirmations to combat those reasons. Affirmations that sound like, I am on the right path to finding my community. I will only attract people who add value to my life, and I will not settle. As long as I am on this earth, my existence matters. I am worthy of love and acceptance.
I want to wish you nothing but love and happiness. With all the bad things, something's going to come right eventually.
Wisdom doesn't change the wound, but it changes what you do with it. Thank you for watching.